Okay, so today I'm doing another summery build for Granite Falls. This was originally built on Riverside Retreat, and I kept it the same name because the kind of cool feature that it has does give it kind of like a retreat feel. So I am keeping it as the name Riverside Retreat because the river's right there. It's still a retreat and I like the name. So I'm just going to keep it like that. It's a very small, tiny little house. I think it's just one bedroom. And then I really wanted to do something that had some kind of, I was thinking like waterfront property, and then I thought like, why not more like water in the back? So I used the fountain tool to kind of simulate like a big giant pond, and then kind of like a little bridge area there. It's kind of a strange idea, and I do end up playing around with it a lot because it took a while to get it to look exactly the way I wanted to, but I just pictured it being like a really cool place to hang out. And it can either be, like, you can either place it in Granite Falls and use it as a vacation home, or you can use it as a residential lot, because I think that's what I'm going to use it for. I'll probably have one of my Sims just buy it as it is and live in it, not just vacation in it, because I think it actually turns out to be really cute. For once, I actually did the floor plan in a way that makes sense, so I'm happy with that. Sometimes I do the floor plan and I'm like, oh, so much wasted space, but the floor plan actually works out pretty well. I just really like the idea of having kind of like a little getaway in the back there. You can like walk along that little bridge, and at the end there I kind of put some little chairs so you could like sit there and have your coffee in the morning. Like, that's what I was picturing for that. It just looks like a really cozy little lot. So here I am just doing the floor plan. It didn't take too much finagling, is that the word? It didn't take too much of that. It kind of made sense. Like, I liked the idea of the kitchen being at the front because the front of the house, there's that really low deck. I had it on a really small foundation because I didn't want it to be, like, it has no stairs, I don't think. Or it has like one little step. So the front of the house is where there's going to be like a barbecue and some tables. And then the back is where you would just go out to kind of look at the creek back there. And just a little bit of a hangout spot. So I wanted this house to have, usually I pick a theme for my houses and then I pick a color that is going to be like the most definitive, I guess. And for this one, it's definitely this like light blue color. Like I said, it's a really small house. I don't remember how much it turns out to be. I can't quite remember. It can't be too much. It's a pretty small little house, unless fountains are expensive, but I don't think that they are. So one thing I did forget though, which I'm really sad about, is I forgot to put in like spraying water fountains. I think I should definitely do that though. I think I'm gonna go in, add some fountains, and then take the screenshots with the like the jets is what I'm thinking. That's what I'd really like to have in there, and I was thinking about it while I was making the fountain, but then I forgot. So I will include them, and hopefully they'll be in the screenshots. Hopefully I won't forget after I'm done recording this voiceover, because that was originally my whole plan and I completely forgot. So yeah, I'm hoping that I'll remember to do that. So the kitchen is just a really small little area. It's just like a nook in the front of the house. But it's got that kind of newer feel to it. Like this, I imagine this being like quite a new build. Like, it's not older like the rustic summer getaway that I just did. That one I kind of pictured as being a really old cabin. But this one I think is fairly new, especially for Granite Falls. It's quite trendy, I guess, because it doesn't really have like the lodge type feel that most of the other builds have. So yeah, I just did a little kitchen, a little dining area, not even really a dining room, just tables and chairs mostly. And then I kind of stuck the living room on the other side, but maybe not right away. It's been a while since I've done this build, and I can't quite remember how everything went, but I do know that I was really happy with how it turned out. And I always say in my builds that I try to do something new in every single build that I do, like some kind of new feature, or just try something that I've either seen other people do in their builds or something that I just kind of thought of on my own. And in this build, it takes place in the bedroom. It's like those little cupboards I use for the kitchen, like the shorter ones. I think I ended up putting those in the bedroom, which I saw the Sim Supply did in one of his videos a really long time ago, and suddenly it just kind of came to me like, oh hey, I should try that. So I did. Really like that fireplace, like that blue color. I was a really big fan of that, so I included that with a TV above it. I actually put a TV in the master bedroom, not master, it's the only bedroom, in there as well, just because I didn't want a blank wall. That basically was my only reason for that. But the living area is kind of cute. It's pretty small, just like everything else. The whole house is pretty small and cozy, but I really like the feel of it once it's done, and I can't wait to have one of my Sims live in this house. You know, I'm doing the aspiration challenge, and my goal right now is to have every single, well, I mean, I can't commit to it too much, but to have at least most of my Sims in the Aspirations Challenge live in a house that I built or renovated, because I think it's fun to finally live in a place that you put so much work into, and I don't use them as often as I should. So I'm definitely hoping to use this somewhere down the line with my Aspirations Challenge. Obviously it won't work for too long because it is a one bedroom, but in the beginning it would be, I think, a good house for that. So yeah, that's the whole kitchen, living room, dining room area. Then the bedroom, I love that bed. It's my new favorite bed that came with Seasons. It's just what we needed. It's got like, it actually looks like a comfortable bed. I like the colors that it came with. I think it's nice. So I just put in those side tables, the little wall lights above the side tables, and moved the windows because I was like, nah, no windows in here. And then I used those cupboards up above, and then I put a mirror in behind it. So it's a little different, it's a little weird, but just something new to try, I guess. And then I put a little table underneath the TV, just with some flowers. Didn't really do too much. There's no laundry in this build because really, where would it go? I was thinking getting a washer and a clothesline, but I decided against it. It's just easier to do it this way. So that's what I did. And so for the bathroom, it's got no shower, just a tub. But I imagine the person living here, you know, they're in no big hurry. They are either like retired, or they don't have to work, or they work from home, and they have a very peaceful, slow life, and they're in no hurry to have a shower. They're fine with baths. Also tried something new where I put stuff on the back of the toilet tank. Never done that before, so I thought I'd give that a go. Just put a little bath mat there, a couple of things on the walls, and some curtains. The bathroom, I think, ended up being pretty cute. And switched over some paint because I didn't like the one that was in the bedroom. I wanted to change it over, and I think I put like a little mat at the front door. And now I think we're going on to the exterior of the house. I've been trying to make a point of doing the landscaping on the outside of the house before I do the inside, but I have been unsuccessful. For some reason I'm just so tempted I have to go outside, or have to go inside and furnish before I can do the outside. So I don't know, we all do it in different ways, I guess, but I wish that I was able to just get everything done outside and then do the inside, but I can't. It doesn't work that way for me. So then outside I put a little picnic table and a barbecue back there. I kind of messed around with which pattern I liked best, and where to put the barbecue, of course. I tried like 8 or 9 different places. I still don't know if that's a good spot for it, but that's what I went with. And some flowers on the table there, and then I think I put a little bench in the corner. I was just trying to think of like little decorative items that would look cute. So that's what I did. What else? Just some potted plants there. And I wanted a little pathway as well. So did that. And then in the back, I didn't do much on this bridge area. Like obviously here, I cut out some parts, I think, where I was doing, like you'll see it just skip over entirely and like get to something new, because it was really finicky and very tedious what I had to do back here, which is mostly like filling in the areas with reeds and grass and lily pads, and yeah, so it might just jump all over the place and it might be a little bit confusing, but yeah, it ends up being pretty good, I think. Still just messing around with the fountain. I wanted the little what's that even called? That area right there with the chairs on it. I wanted it to kind of be floating in the middle of the water. I didn't want it to extend all the way to the back of the fountain, or the pond, sorry. So I decided to do that. And then you see it skips here to just being a little bit more filled in with landscape and reeds and grass and all sorts of things, because yeah, it took a while for me to figure those things out. So I just cut that part out, and then I put in those little stepping stones from the Spa Day stuff pack, because I thought those looked pretty cute there. I don't know if they're actually like functioning. If you could actually, I don't think you can actually step on them, but it's kind of cool, like the idea that you could just walk out onto the end of that if you wanted to. So yeah, just putting in some more ferns around the pond. And in the front yard, I just did some bushes and not too much. I didn't want it to be like overgrown or too much maintenance, I guess. So I just did a few things to make it look finished, I guess. And I think that's really all I did there. What else did I do? Oh, just filling in. So I guess I went with. Someone was telling me that for landscaping, just try to stick to 2 main colors. So here I did like white and purple because I thought that would look pretty good. And just some more trees. I use those tall ones for most of the lots in Granite Falls because they really just they work. They fit. I don't know if I ended up keeping those rocks there. Now looking at it, I don't know if I liked it at the time. I guess they stay. Yeah, I guess they do stay. And just put in some more bushes to make it the lot look a little more filled in. I think it was those that I ended up getting rid of. Yeah, I was like, no, the rocks are good. So I kept those how they were. And just some more trees. I don't think I did anything else to the back. Oh yes, I did. I put, I think, a yoga mat out there because anyone who does yoga, I think, would love to do it in the middle of like a floating bridge in the middle of a pond. So I thought that'd be a good place for it. Just put a little couple of decorative items out there. I did try to put up some lights, but I don't think I ended up keeping them because none of them looked the way I wanted them to. I did like a little sheltery, viney thing over the chairs because I thought that made it look really just a cute space to hang out. A little table and some candles, and I think that'd be a really nice hangout. That's where I would want to hang out for sure. And then I just finished the roof as well because I totally forgot to put a different roof pattern on there. And a chimney because there actually is a fireplace right below where the chimney is, which is kind of rare for my builds. Usually I just throw them on there, but there's actually no fireplace underneath. So just did some finishing touches, some flowers under the windows, and some more of those growing vines on the side of the house. And I think that's pretty much it. And after this, we'll be heading into the screenshots. So in one of my previous builds, I was saying that I want to get to 100 subscribers so I can tell my husband about my YouTube channel. So basically what I'm saying is subscribe so I can finally tell my husband about this, because that is the promise I made to myself. I do want to tell him at some point, but I'd rather do it once I have something big to celebrate. So yeah, I appreciate every single like, comment, and subscribe. And please help me get to 100 so we can tell him. It'll be fun. Thanks for watching.